Hello, it's Kevin Borras here. I'm going to review Andy Hughes' new album, Solitary Souls. I'm going to turn him down now. Not in that sense, but, in the volume sense of the word. So, Peterborough's one-man rock machine, Andy Hughes, is back with his follow-up to last year's goth-flecked Journal for the Jilted Generation. And if anyone wanted to know what the 27-year-old had spent his time in COVID-induced lockdown doing while unable to play live, you've got your answer. If the lyrics to Solitary Souls are anything to go by, then the brightly coloured illustration of a ginger-mulleted individual with broken heart-shaped shades only serves to obfuscate the themes of abandonment, lost love and disappointment found within. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, is there anything more misery-inducing than happy music? If you were clinically fed up, what would you listen to? Astrid or Nick Cave's In the Bad Seeds Skeleton Tree? Simple, isn't it? So two things haven't changed from the Journal, other than Hughes' undoubted ability to write a catchy hook and the unteachable ability to harmonise with himself. And those two things are his luck and his love of James Dean Bradfield. Now, as hard as anyone could try to review Solitary Souls without mentioning another band, it's virtually impossible to ignore that the Manic Street Preachers guitarist and, of course, singer has been as much of an inspiration in the writing process of this album as the vapour trails of another broken relationship, the nagging feeling of isolation and the pandemic have been for Andy as well. And clocking in at over 90 minutes across 20 tracks, Solitary Souls is pretty relentless in its exploration of the album's themes. Somebody love this boy, for God's sake. If anything, this album is more varied, though, in its musical stylings than its four predecessors. Hughes' high-register vocals, however, add a degree of commonality to the double album's worth of proceedings, with the opening track XTC, not a pay into Swindon's late-lamented art rockers, and the closing track Till the Dawn, bookending the record with bongo-enhanced sunny guitar pop, and Fading April Sky's unsettling backwards intro, which makes way for a Gold Against the Soul era Mannix-esque power jangle. For me, the three strongest songs are all nestled in the second half of the album, with Million Miles Away, Too Late to Turn Back, and the aforementioned Till the Dawn, propping up an album that doesn't sag at the midpoint, but after an hour's duration you do feel a bit in need of an energy boost to propel itself to the end. It's the kind of album that by its length alone would be pared down to maybe a dozen tracks by any major label, with a keen eye on the need for brevity. For example, the new Foo Fighters album, 36 minutes long. But any hacking by a producer's metaphorical red pen would only harm a piece of work that builds up the drama, heartbreak, and slowly, occasionally reveals the existence of those tiny visible morsels of hope that are always tantalisingly just beneath the surface. Once again, Andy Hughes takes the meaning of solo album entirely literally and sings, lead and backing, plays all the guitar parts, bass, drums, keyboards, engineers and produces Solitary Souls. It's a record that's been germinating in his head for at least for over 5 years. So releasing it now, when so many of us have had no option but to be Solitary Souls, is beautifully apt. Well done, Andy. Nice work, sir. 4 stars.